everyone, on today's episode of Beer and Watches, I don't have a beer. What? No beer? I know, but what I do have is an absolutely stunning dress watch from the folks over at Vario Watches. And this particular one in emerald green, believe it or not, there's only 50 pieces in the entire world. Oh, and did I mention it has links to the Empire State Building? All that is coming up in this episode. Now, time's a ticking, so let's get stuck in. Hi everyone, Matt Johnson here and welcome to my YouTube channel Beer and Watches, where I bring you watch news, watch reviews, and usually I have a craft beer brew every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Now today I don't have any beers. The reason? Well, because quite frankly I haven't got any in the fridge and it's quite early on Thursday when I'm filming this for Friday. So I will be going out tomorrow and grabbing some beers for the weekend. However, don't worry, because what I do have today is an incredible watch for review. By the way, did I mention I have nothing up my sleeves except my sleeves? It's a tattoo joke. Oh, and this watch. This is the beautiful Empire hand wind dress watch. And believe it or not, there's only 50 pieces of these in the entire world. Now, these watches come from the folks over at Vario Watches, which is based in Singapore. Ivan and Judy, the owners of Vario Watches, were kind enough to send this beautiful timepiece along for review. Now, if you head over to their website, vario.sg, you'll see that they sell watch straps, accessories, watch cases, display pillows, leather valet trays, and so much more. I recommend checking these guys out because I'm sure if you're a watch lover, they've got something that you'll absolutely love. But what they also have is an incredible lineup of unique original watches. Now, of course, they have the Empire in hand wind and automatic that we're reviewing today, but they also have some other cool watches as well. They have the 1918 Trench automatic, which is coming up on Kickstarter real soon. They have the Eclipse in both Mecha Quartz and hand wind, although those watches appear to be sold out already. And also coming up real soon, they have the Nautical Popeye. Very cool, fun play on a dress watch. Now, it does appear that these watches from Vario sell out really quickly. As I mentioned, the Eclipse is completely sold out. As for the Empire in both automatic and hand wind, these are virtually sold out as well. Now, the hand wind version that I have right here actually comes in 8 colorways, but right now, as at the time of this filming, which is February 2021, there are only 2 models left. This one in emerald green and also the winter white. So if you do enjoy this watch today, you might want to go pick one up ASAP. Now, believe it or not, the price on this watch is absolutely incredible considering that it's a limited edition piece. This particular one comes in at $368 US, about $464 Canadian, 304 euros or 263 pounds. Now, as I mentioned, this is the hand wind model, but it's also available as an automatic model with an NH38A movement inside. Now, that version is available in 11 colorways, but all are sold out except for winter white, spring green, and the autumn salmon. Absolutely loving the salmon dial on that watch. Very vintage vibes going on with that one. Now, the automatic versions of this watch come in at an even better deal, coming in at $348 US, $439 Canadian, 288 euros or 249 pounds. Now, these watches are all limited edition. Some of them are only 25 units available, going all the way up to about 100 units available. But still, even at 100 units for one watch design, that's not a lot for the entire world. So again, these are very special indeed. Now, I make no money off these watches, and as a matter of fact, I have to send this watch back once I've reviewed it, so I don't even get to keep the watch, which is weird that I had to put includes paid promotion at the start of this video. However, it's really fun to just have the watch in my hands and get to review it. All that being said, why don't we swing this camera around and take a look at some of the specs and build quality of this Vario Empire watch. All right, folks, so here we have the Vario Empire. It's a nod to Art Deco, which was a period of architecture and design, first appeared in France just before World War I, and it influenced all kinds of things in the world, including the design of buildings, jewelry, furniture, cars, and so much more. And this is kind of an amalgamation of the Art Deco period, fine craftsmanship, and elegant style. It's a timeless dress watch, and I'm really thrilled to be able to bring it to you here on my channel. Just look at that gorgeous dial there. Now we're getting a lot of glare off my studio lights there. This does have anti-reflective coating on the crystal. It is a sapphire crystal on this. It's a completely flat sapphire crystal, and it also has a sapphire crystal exhibition case back, but we'll get to that in a moment. Oh, and by the way, before we get into this, in case you're wondering what watch I have on my wrist today, I have my Tissot Heritage Dual Time. It's a quartz watch. I've got the top set to the time here in Canada and the bottom set to the UK, where I was born and raised. I absolutely love this watch. It's got a cream dial, electric blue hands, vintage flavors going on, Swiss made. Just a gorgeous watch from Tissot. I did actually do a review of this on my channel. I'll put a link in the description below this video to where you can check out my full review. First, let's take a look at the dial. We've got that beautiful pattern on the dial there, kind of a dual layer dial going on. We've got it in this beautiful emerald green. Now, this version is the hand wind version, which is also available in the winter white. All the other colors are sold out. Now, as you can see, we've got applied hour markers in gold with that kind of vintage Art Deco retro styling. We've got a minute track all the way around the outside of the dial, and then we've got the Vario logo at the 12 o'clock position, and that's the only text on the dial. Nice simple dial, no date complication. Hour, minute, and second hands. The second hand has got this kind of little lollipop on the end of it, and then as far as the hands go, I'm not sure what you would call this hand set really. We've kind of got a Dauphine minute hand here, long kind of sword shape, and then the hour hand I would say is kind of a syringe hour hand. It's a very legible dial, all in gold on that emerald green. I think it's absolutely stunning. And as you can see, the second hand there is sweeping away because this movement inside is a high beat movement at 28,800 BPH or beats per hour, and gives it that really nice soft sweeping tick there. Very nice indeed. Very Art Deco for sure. Moving round to the case, we've got a 316L stainless steel case. We've got high polish on top of the case, and then on the side we've got some brush in there, and we've got drilled lugs here. And as far as the strap goes, we actually have a leather strap we'll get to in a second, but we've got quick release pins on there. Moving around to the crown, we've got a push-pull crown. Now the crown, the case, and all of the parts on this watch are custom made. They are not stock. I find it a little small to wind myself. It certainly works, not a problem, but I just would like it to be a couple of millimeters bigger, but that's just me. Again, it is a dress watch, so we certainly don't want a huge crown on there. This has 5 ATMs or 50 meters of water resistance, so that's just the atmospheric pressure that this watch would be under if it was at 50 meters underwater. It's not actual water resistance. You can't swim in this, dive in it, or anything like that. It might be okay for a couple of splashes, but again, this is a beautiful dress watch, so you're not going to be wearing this while showering or washing the car or diving or spending time at the beach. Very basic action on this. It's hand wind there, and then you pull out to set the time and then push back in once the time is set, and that's it. No nonsense. Now moving around to the back of the case, we've got a full exhibition case back there. That is a sapphire crystal case back. Around the outside you can see we have 5 ATMs, mechanical movement, sapphire, designed in Singapore, and stainless steel. And there is the movement inside. Absolutely stunning. We're going to bring in my little spyglass here and try and get a little bit of a close-up on this movement for you guys. Balance wheel at the 7 o'clock position, and we've got some text on it there. As you can see, it says 17 joules, and then it says Mayoda Company 6T3 3. Mayoda 6T33, it's got 17 joules, 40-hour power reserve, high beat, as I said, 28,800 beats per hour. It's good to about -20 to +40 seconds a day. Looks beautiful and really, really pretty indeed. Great little movement in this. As far as the strap goes, this is actually a genuine leather Provincia di Vicenza Italian leather strap. It's really nice. We've got some very nice stitching there, 2 keepers, 1 sewn in place, 1 movable, plenty of adjustments for size. We're going from a 20mm bandwidth at the top here, tapering down to a 16mm at the bottom. On my 7.5-inch wrist, as you can see, looks very nice, very elegant, very dressy. I don't mind that strap size at all. I think it really fits with the style of the watch and in keeping with the elegance of the watch. Now the case diameter is coming in at 38mm on this one. The lug to lug on here, if I can just get that there, is coming in at 46mm, give or take. As far as the case thickness goes, let's have a look. We have just slightly over, a hair over 11mm, actually 11mm case thickness on this. As I already mentioned, there's only 8 colorways in the hand wind version, and all of them are sold out except for this emerald green and the winter white. And in the automatic version, there are 11 colorways, but they're all sold out except for 3, again, which is the winter white, the spring green, and the autumn salmon. I just want to say a big thank you again to Ivan and Judy in Singapore over at Vario Watches for sending this along for review. It's been an absolute pleasure having it here for a few weeks, getting to wear it and enjoy it before I send it back. So if you do want to pick one of these watches up, and again, I think they're an incredible deal, you want to go over to this website right here, vario.sg, and you'll be able to pick those watches up right there. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a discount code for you all on this one because it is a limited edition piece, but even without a discount code, I still think it's a great deal. Before you go, please do leave me a thumbs up. That means the absolute world to me, guys, and it helps me rank on YouTube, so that would be awesome. And if you are not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. You can click on the subscribe link over there to the right of the screen or below this video if you're on your mobile device. Why should you subscribe? Well, because this channel is awesome. All right, I'm a little biased and modest as well, but it really is. I bring you videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I always bring you really cool microbrand watches and affordable watches. So I think you're going to enjoy being a part of the Beer and Watches family. If you have any questions or suggestions for me on my channel, please do leave them in the comments section below. So I'm Matt Johnson. We'll see you again on Monday for more Beer and Watches. Oh, and by the way, if you enjoyed this video, then I think you'll enjoy this one too. Check it out, and also click on the Beer and Watches logo right there to subscribe. Take care, see you Monday, and bye for now.